I'm Andrew Houldey and I work as a definitive map officer for Gloucestershire County Council. The definitive map is the legal record of rights of way in the county and shows footpaths, bridleways and byways. My job is in dealing with applications where members of the public or user groups wish to change the map on the basis of evidence. There are two types of evidence. Firstly, there's evidence of use or long user, where use over a period, normally say 20 years, can give rise to rights under certain circumstances. And the other type is where there is documentary or historical evidence that certain rights exist but aren't shown on the map. Now, it is entirely an evidence-based process, so we don't take into account things like loss of amenity, privacy, environmental effects, anything. So it's solely to do with evidence. Do rights exist and have they been sort of legally stopped up? The legal principle behind this is once a highway, always a highway. So essentially, if something's shown on enclosure award as a bridleway, then those rights subsist now, even though they may not have been exercised for 100 years, unless there's been some sort of legal stopping up process. They're not lost through disuse. Now, there are certain types of records that we use here, and so generally some records are more important to us than others, and this is on the basis of whether they've been done as part of a public process, done under statute, whether they've been subject to any sort of objection or appeal. And in that sort of hierarchy of evidence, if you like, we've got enclosure awards, which for the purpose of the document was actually to set out rights of way. Other records might include sort of tithe maps and apportionments, ordnance survey maps, records associated with the 1949 National Parks and Access to the Countryside Act, which was the legislation that set up the sort of formal mapping of the rights of way in the country. Other things we use might be sort of highway maintenance records, parish council minutes. But the important thing here is that some of those records we put more weight on than others. Now, this obviously is very important to my job because we're trying to sort of balance essentially the rights of the public, where they might have been used a long cherished path for many years and been stopped by doing so, against those of landowners who rightly wish to farm the land, want privacy in their garden or whatever. So it's not a decision lightly made, and it's always something that has to be supported by evidence. And most of that evidence gathering is done here. And without this archive, we wouldn't be able to do effectively our work and to make that balance between those sort of public customary rights and private rights of the individual.